Today we'll be focusing on karuna, compassion. So sitting up straight, closing your eyes, turning your attention within. Begin by feeling the body, by noticing how you feel within the body, the warmth within the body, the sensation of gravity grounding you into the earth. You can even observe the sensation of the clothing against your skin. The feeling of warmth within the palms of the hands and within the soles of the feet, or any sensation of temperature and pressure within the palms and the soles of the feet. Once you feel yourself established as best you can be, sensing the body, you can then observe the breath, how the inhalation and the exhalation rises and falls and expands the torso, fills the belly. On the exhale, how there is a relaxation, recoiling response. And to the best of our ability for our time together, we want to practice a simple version of Shambhavi Mudra, where you smile and you can see or feel the corners of your mouth lifting your cheeks. And you have a gentle lifting of the eyebrows as if you're mildly surprised. You can touch the tongue, the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And sense the tops of the shoulders, the dome of the skull, the crown of the head, as though it is floating upwards, as though it is weightless. By doing this, you begin to sense a lightness within your upper chakras, as if you've been walking around with a heavy backpack or something over your shoulders, and then you set it down and you feel that sense of buoyancy. So smiling, lifting the eyebrows, touching the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and feeling the crown of the head and tops of the shoulders as though they are weightless. And we'll take some time, as always, to honor and acknowledge the teachers of this Kriya Yoga lineage who've made it possible for us to be here today, knowing that by reflecting on the lives of great saints and sages, considering their impact on our own lives, we touch their mind, we touch their state of consciousness. You can know what they know, feel what they felt, and experience the clarity of that radiant field of Om. Good. Now we'll turn our attention to our practice for today. In Chitta Prasadanam, there is a focus on four things: friendship towards those who are happy, towards the objects of happiness, compassion for those who are suffering and even for our own sorrow, joy for when we witness, experience, and even engage in virtue, and then neutrality, equanimity towards negativity or non-virtue. And today we're focusing on karuna, compassion. So feeling deeply into the body, begin by sensing the heart chakra, the field of the heart. You can just simply direct your attention there. If you can feel your heartbeat, that's wonderful. Otherwise, you just observe the feeling of the rise and fall of the breath as the rib cage expands. And you can encourage feeling of the heart by gently contracting, if you're able, the muscles within your chest, upper torso, gentle contraction, and then relaxation. Inhaling a gentle contraction, the area around the heart. Exhale, relaxation. You can feel between your shoulder blades, and you can pull your shoulders back and feel as though you're gently tensing the muscles between the shoulder blades as you inhale. And as you exhale, you relax, let the tension go. It's like you're pulling your shoulders back and tensing the muscles around the back of the heart chakra. And then you exhale, relax, let it go. And then just feel the after effects of the muscles, of the bones, of the field of energy within the area of the heart. From this awareness of the heart, we begin to consider compassion. So, compassion is a spaciousness, it's a womb like experience where you hold life within you. You hold it without judgment, without the need to change, just being present. And so we can imagine or consider a person suffering, someone you know, someone you've seen, and it's something that you can't do anything about. Either they've made their own choices that are difficult and there's nothing you can do to change that, or they're just in a hard, challenging situation. And feel your heart and notice that initial impulse of sorrow, of reaching out, wanting to do something, but being unable. And as you breathe, feel your heart becoming more expansive and full, as though it's becoming full of these radiant, soft, glowing particles of light. And you can observe and sense the sorrow, but you're not becoming defined by it, or you're not becoming overwhelmed by it. You're able to hold it. In the same way, if you saw a child hurt themselves, you know there's really nothing wrong, but they're crying their eyeballs out, and you still feel bad. But you know you just need to hold them, be with them, maintain that inner dynamic of strength and fullness, waiting for their own system to recognize that fullness and light. And as you consider this situation or this person, extend, see their own heart beginning to emit, to emanate these soft golden particles of light that permeates their body, the field around their body. And you may still sense and see them crying or in a state of sorrow or despair, but it's as if this womb-like field, the soft warmth, is available to them now. And you are both part of that field. And despite the sorrow, there is no darkness in the field. There is just the acknowledgement of life and the movement of energy. And sorrow and grief are part of life. So it's as if that energy of sorrow also becomes radiant, flowing, free. And then bring to your mind, or however you can imagine it or feel it or sense it, really feel it within the heart, but feel it within the mind as well, as though you're now sensing the space behind your spiritual eye, between your eyebrows, into your skull, between your temples, as if your mind is also becoming spacious, full of this golden soft glow. And it's as if there is a serenity of wisdom there, of knowing, as if there is a field that you can trust guiding this light within your heart, within your body, within your mind. Within the field around your body. And the same light emanates and radiates in the mind, in the sixth chakra of the one that you're considering who's experiencing sorrow or challenge. And it's as if you are in a dream and you suddenly become aware of the fact that everywhere in all directions, up, down, to your right, to your left, in front of you, behind you, without limit, is this field of radiant, soft, golden light. And you recognize that your field and the field of the one that you're contemplating is flowing with this field, is part of this field. And the sorrow is acknowledged. But it's as if there's a recognition. It's as if there's a recognition of a flow beyond your comprehension that is supporting, sustaining this life experience. And remember to smile, to gently lift the eyebrows, to touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And as you feel the weightlessness in the dome of the skull and in the shoulders, it's as if that weightlessness is a part of this golden, radiant field. And every atom, every cell, every particle of your being and the suffering, the sorrow that you've looked at, made space for, is all held like a mother holds a child within this great field. Just let that fill your imagination. Let it fill your body with feeling, as if you are really, truly sensing this, as if your body is a tuning fork and you are vibrating in harmony and unison with this experience. And return your attention a little more fully to the person who knows sorrow right now. And see if you can sense or feel anything different about the experience, about your reaction to it, about how you might be seeing them in your mind's eye or feeling. Your body is the temple, the receptor, the antenna, the speaker, which feels and emanates and breathes with this great golden field, this womb-like experience. In yoga, it's called Hiranyagarbha, the great golden womb, the source of Om, Ishvara, the teacher of even the ancients, all the gurus, Mahat. And you can sense this, you can begin to appreciate this by feeling deeply into the heart chakra. All knowledge of consciousness, all knowledge of Chitta is revealed through the heart. And we're practicing Chitta Prasadanam, making Chitta beautiful and serene. And today's focus is compassion. So again, considering the person that you've decided to direct your awareness towards today, wish them well, know that they are full of light that they need. And you're not letting them go, you're not turning your back on them, you're just letting them have their experience. And you're pulling your attention back to your own body, your own field. Because this karuna, this compassion that you give to others is only good as the compassion you can give to yourself. So feel your own body. Maybe this will be a little more difficult since you are already established in a very supportive field, but try to imagine either something that brings you sorrow now in this life, or something that you've experienced sorrow before that you still feel very sensitive to or tender. Something that was unbelievable, that was very hard, very difficult, very challenging in your life. And notice the heart and the mind's response, because the heart and the mind are these sensitive points that will give you the truth of what's going on inside. So bring up a challenging, sorrowful situation that you're still tender about, if you have one. And feel this womb-like spaciousness around you, around your body, throughout every cell, throughout every atom. And you're not trying to change the sorrow, avoid it, get rid of it. You are embracing it, as though you embrace it in the way that you would get into a really hot bath where it's really hot and you're not quite sure if you should get in it, but you just, okay, relax. And you just relax into the experience. So you make space for the sorrow within you. You already know you are held within this golden light, so you have to simply hold yourself there. You can bring your hands to your heart if you want. If this helps, bring attention to the heart. And notice that warmth within the heart as you breathe, as you allow the movement of the emotion of sorrow, of pain, even anger, whatever it is. Attune to this field of golden light. You don't become overwhelmed by it. You just feel it. You allow it with your breath. And you can even say to yourself, even though this happened, or even though I can barely stand this, I love you deeply. So you're talking to yourself. That's okay. You're feeling that experience and you're extending this love. You're not trying to change it, make it better. You're just honoring it, giving it space. And as you feel, and you feel the heart and you feel the mind, be sure to acknowledge this great field around you, through you, holding you as well. And this is where your energy comes from. This is where your capacity to hold this comes from. And feel as though you are expanding, as if you can hold even more of the sorrow, feeling it transform or just be there, whatever it needs to do. And you can say to yourself, into this experience in particular, I am willing to hold you, and I am holding you. And if emotions arise, no worries. They're not here to overwhelm you. You can hold it, you can embrace it, let it roll through you in the field, knowing that you are safe within this field. Maybe you need to forgive yourself about something. You didn't know any better, or you did and you were just being stubborn. Whatever you need, hold it in this space. This is a new moment, a new time. You can even speak to your heart and the experience and tell it what today's date is. Let it know that we're really not in that space anymore. This is a new day, a new energy. And then release your focus. Let go of the sensation of sorrow, of whatever situation you were focusing on. Just now feel the heart and the mind. Take a few deep breaths. Feel the field around you. Returning your attention to those particles of soft golden light within the heart and within the mind. Recognizing that they are also within the throat, within the muscles and tissues of the body. They sparkle, dance around you in the field of your body. And again, as if you are in a dream and recognizing suddenly, oh, these particles of light, this ocean of soft golden glow is actually all around me, up into the heavens, down into the earth, stretching out to the horizons, filling the room. And remember to smile. Lift the eyebrows as if you're mildly surprised. Touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Feel that lift, that weightlessness within the dome of the skull and the weightlessness in the shoulders. And as you breathe, feel as though you can sense these particles of soft golden light as if you're breathing in the ocean of this light into your body. And as you exhale, it's as if all the particles of light within your body flow out and merge within the ocean of light, the great field of light all around you. It's as if you are underwater, except you are in the water of light. And your whole being is permeated with each breath. And there is a giving of yourself to that field of being on each exhalation. And this might take practice for some of you, but if you can, imagine that you can feel the whole field all around you in all directions as if that is breathing with you. As if when you inhale, all the particles of light rush in through the windows and the doors of your house. As you exhale, the particles of light flow out through the cracks, through your chimney, merging with the space all around you. And you extend that, and you can feel as though the breath flows in through the buildings, the trees, the mountains, as if the wind is flowing over these objects, but it's the particles of light which are rushing gently and smoothly and softly all around the planet with your breath. And that expands beyond the atmosphere as if you are also breathing the particles of light from the sun. And these particles flow and move around the rings of gravity that the planets make within our solar system. And if this is too abstract, that's okay. But if you can try to imagine it, it can be helpful. And then just bringing your attention back simply to your own field, your own body, sensing the particles of light in your breath flowing through the blood, the lymph. The particles of light are dancing around and through the bones of the skeleton, the organs, your eyes. And you feel gravity grounding you back into your body, sensing the warmth and temperature in the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Remembering what today is, you can even say the date again to time orient you. Today's date is, and I am present today. And before we conclude, remember this Chitta Prasadanam practice. We are exercising with this meditation, but in order for it to actually change your Chitta, you have to carry it with you into your day. And the way you do that is by being curious, acknowledging, how can I hold this space of compassion today. And maybe you know how. Maybe you're going to go into a situation that you're certain you're going to have to be compassionate. But if you don't, you have to be curious. When will I have an opportunity to honor any sorrow or pain that I feel and to not chase it away, but to look at it, give it space, hold it, breathe with it, allow it? When or will I have an opportunity to see someone else who might have some sorrow or difficulty? And can I be just spacious for them, with them, recognizing and remembering this fullness and holding them in that space and myself with them? Not to be overwhelmed, not to get caught up in their drama, just to be honoring compassion as a God-given reality, power, and principle of existing in this human life. It's part of it. Okay, so we'll chant Om 3 times together to conclude. Peace. Thank you once again for joining me. We'll continue our practice tomorrow, and I am recording this particular series, day 8, 9, 10, and 11, which will be available on YouTube in the live section of the Kriya Yoga Online YouTube channel. That way you can continue the practice if you can't make it, but also after we're done with this 28-day experience. Today is Sunday, and the Kriya Yoga Alliance is starting their Sunday services again. So if you're interested in participating in that, I'll put a link in the chat box. You can go to KriyaYogaAlliance.com and join in with the Sunday service, the talk with a Kriya Yoga teacher, and also participate in another 30-minute meditation.